They say that you can only see Mount Fuji for 70 to 80 days a year, so seeing it in arrival is a good omen for things to come. And being able to see it on the drive the whole way on the way to the hotel for an hour was exciting. Okay, so on the way to the hotel, a little dark. One second. ISO. Oh, I love Sony. Alright, we're on the way to the hotel at Fujiyoshia, but at a little rest stop because, bro, the views here are amazing. So we're gonna get the hotel at dark anyway, so we might as well just pace ourselves and just see the views while it's pretty light out. So even though the forecast for tomorrow was clear, we weren't taking our chances just in case this was the last time we saw Mount Fuji. So we stayed here for quite a bit just to appreciate it and shoot some clips while we were still on a high from seeing this amazing view. And honestly, it was much grander than I thought. I didn't think Mount Fuji was going to be this big. I mean, I knew it was massive. I just didn't think the photos I saw were doing it justice, like they were using a much tighter focal length. So I thought Mount Fuji only really looked like that in photos, but actually it looks just as big and beautiful with your own eyes. I must have shot hundreds of photos and videos of Mount Fuji, and you'll probably get tired of seeing a mountain. I mean, because how many clips do you need of Mount Fuji? But regardless, it was amazing, so I was never going to get tired. I made it to the hotel, La Vista in Kawaguchiko. I forgot what it's called, but quick tour. Mirror, little kitchen. Here's the bathroom. Separate beds because until marriage. This is cool. They have like these uniforms for like the hotel. It's giving White Lotus. We have the bathroom. Look at this. I actually pressed the button, but there's a bath with a view. You will see in the morning. Some random lady in the room. I don't know what she is. Guys, I'm only able to do this because I have a Sony, but watch this. You can see Mount Fuji at night. 12,800 ISO. If you're not on a Sony FX3 or ZV-1, you don't get it. You don't get it, guys. Fuji's right there, and I can see in the evening. Come on. In all seriousness, though, where it was a long drive, long train journey here, and then basically just check out this hotel. This hotel's kind of like a spa at the same time. So there's like spa, there's like so much like activities and stuff going around. So we're just gonna roam around, get some dinner, update you guys. But tomorrow morning when we wake up, we're gonna see the view. Alright, good night. As luck would have it, we got to say good morning to Mount Fuji today. It was clear as day. To get a view this clear on our only full day at Fuji was honestly the luckiest thing ever. We actually didn't really much have an itinerary today. The plan was just to go visit some tourist spots. And honestly, the plan was to just basically stop wherever we feel like it. And that's one of the best things about renting a car in Fuji is being able to explore it at your own pace. As we stopped by that view for the lake, we looked on Google Maps and saw there was this place called Traditional Village. It wasn't on any of our lists, but we decided to check it out anyway, and checking it out was one of the best things we could have ever done. It was this beautiful traditional village, and it wasn't even crowded at all. I can only imagine how peaceful it is living here, walking through the streets and seeing Mount Fuji in the back. We must have stayed there for like an hour or two, but it was so nice to just chill without having to like rush between crowds. And we basically just got to chill and shoot around. I wish we'd discovered this place around golden hour because I can imagine that this spot would be amazing for sunset. But it was noon, so we didn't stay long. Alright, so we went to this village, right, and it's kind of like far away from where we're staying. It's kind of like around the lake loop, around Fuji. And I feel like sometimes it's actually so good to just deviate from the track, because we did that, and this place is like kind of a tourist attraction, but there isn't like packed full of tourists because there's not much coaches, or maybe it's not like normally in a list of things that they do in the tours. But yeah, it's like this kind of ancient village, and it's like so cool because Fuji is so visible in the back. You can't probably do it here because I'm exposed to my face. But then on the way back to the car park, we found this kind of like wheat field. We see Fuji right there. I mean, you would have seen the clips. It was so fire. It's so fire. Honestly, when you're traveling, get a car, take a road trip, and just stop wherever, whenever you want. Because sometimes that's the only way to really explore.
Yeah, there. Yeah, literally that. That's sick.
After the ranch, we headed out for an hour drive back to Fujiyoshia, which is one of the main towns by Lake Kawaguchi. It's that one viral place where you see Mount Fuji peeking amongst the streets, which is really cool, but the actual road for it was rammed full of people taking photos. They actually don't let you stand in the middle for obvious reasons. And top tip, just a block to the left, there's another quieter street, which is practically the same view with much less people. And to be fair, it was sunset time and we had a good share of sights of Mount Fuji, so we didn't need to film as much and we just took it in. next morning was cloudy and rainy, and luckily we had to go back to Tokyo. We didn't stop by too much since we had a time frame to drop the car off by and also to catch a train back to Tokyo. There was one last stop though. In town, there's the super viral stairs that lead right up to Mount Fuji, as you can see. And I'm not gonna lie, even though there was only around like 12 people in front of us, this line was gonna take around an hour and a half because it takes at least 5 minutes for one person to go up and then another 5 minutes down, and then people would do the same thing with their group. So it's at least a minimum 20-30 minutes per person, and maybe that was just for the day, but that was not an over-exaggeration. And in classic Fuji style, just go on over to the next side of the bridge and you practically get the same view with no lines at all. Because if we stayed in that line, we definitely would have missed the car drop-off window and missed our train. And also in cinematic fashion, the skies cleared up just in time for us to say goodbye to Mount Fuji. And it was nice to just stare out the window and take all of the peace and quiet in before we're back into the busy and loud Tokyo. Okay, we are back in Tokyo. That was a long and stressful journey, just returning the car and getting the train, but we finally made it. That's why I haven't got much footage, but we are here. Look what I've been waiting for all trip, and it's the Muji Hotel. This place is massive. You have the closet here, taking all this stuff home. Kind of mini bathroom. Bathroom's in here. She's already taking a shit. Little desk here with amenities. This is also getting taken home. We have a little living room, sofa, and then we have bunk beds because there's two of us. But I have the top bunk. I'm probably gonna sleep down there anyway. But look at my bunk, guys. Unreal for a stay in Tokyo. I'll update you guys on how it is, but already I think it's a 10 out of 10. Worth the stay. Haven't even slept yet. Just checked in. But regardless, try it. I've come to realize that one of my favorite ways to travel now is going back to a city twice. First time when you get there and second time flying out. I feel like this second time in Tokyo honestly felt like we were living there. Doing Tokyo things just felt like second nature, you know, seeing the sights, eating, shopping, just the usual. And that's kind of the reason why I don't have much footage for the second leg. I mean that, and also we were only there for another 4 days. But regardless, it was nice. We kind of just got to take our time and just travel around Tokyo at a much slower pace and taking it all in. On one of the days in Tokyo, we went to Team Labs, which was a really cool experience. Also, again, it was nice how they actually encouraged you to take out your cameras and take pictures and videos of the installations, because I feel like back home, they would never allow that. Oh, and this room was my favorite. It kind of reminded me of that memory room from the movie Inside Out, where each sphere had a certain memory. I kind of wish it was real, because you can almost just hold and feel that memory in your hand. And then I had that sinking feeling of this whole trip was just going to be another memory. And that's kind of why I'm glad that I vlogged this and made these kind of travel diaries to practically be that sphere of memory. And I feel like it's kind of nice that I don't document everything on video, because it's one of those things where me and Hannah would probably look back at it and be like, wait a minute, what do we do in between this and that? These videos only trigger a certain memory, and trying to fill in the blanks between these memories is kind of fun and makes you remember it more in detail. And I can't wait to look back in this video in like a year or two or even 10 years and just remember it all. Remembering it all up until the end of the trip. And speaking of the end of the trip, my best friends from America was also visiting Tokyo at the same time, so we got to hang with friends from Tokyo too. We got to shop around as we normally do, we got to eat, have some drinks, and even ticked karaoke off our checklist. It was a nice and quick little memory and experience to have together, and having another memory in another new country. And this time around was extra special because we got to do it with my girlfriend Hannah. But yeah, it was a good little final night send-off. Oh, and we even did a quick last-minute trip to Don Quixote. And thus ending the most amazing time in Japan. One that we'll never forget, and we cannot wait to be back. But until then, sayonara and arigatou gozaimasu.